Hello YouTube, it's my third eye. In today's video is a lovely day here in Manchester. The sun's out. I know we don't get much of it here. It's been raining non-stop all this summer. Finally got some sunny days. So I'm over here on the Lower Broughton Bridge, right over by the old Mocha Parade, which is now little. In the last video I did a lot around Lower Broughton. Around that area, I showed the Mocha Parade and the bingo hall. But today, I'm going to be going by Blackfriars. So we did a bit around that area of Manchester. Just getting into the town center. If you're coming from Lower Broughton. Figured it's a perfect day for it. The sun's out, why not? Let's look at all this graffiti on the wall right here by the Lower Broughton Bridge. Alright, so let's get to it. I'll head over by Blackfriars now. Just starting off here today. Check out this little strip of stores here in Blackfriars. Looks like on top there's like apartments up there. It's pretty neat, that. This is located over in Beeville Square. That's what it's called. They've got a news agents right here. And barbers. Looks like a Asian food place. And this is right next to a park. Let's go see what this park is. This is right as you're getting into town from the Lower Broughton way. Let's check out this park. This is called St. Stephen's Gardens. It's a smaller park. Got some memory benches. Let this bench be a symbol of our commitment to honor the past and cherish the present and protect the future. Interesting. So one thing I've noticed as you get into the city center here in Manchester is you'll see this a lot. This is where they've kind of blocked off the road so vehicle access. I think it makes it more accessible to people that are using other forms of transportation. But yeah, you get that a lot here in Manchester. That's an old building there. Got a tree growing out of the top of it. Let's go check it out. I love all the landscaping on the side of the roads here. This gives it a bit more color. Oh, check that out. Look at the architecture on it. AD 1880. Arlington's house. I think it's like a chamber of commerce now. Love it. Oh, look at this. Is that a gargoyle? Got a couple of them. Wow. right next to the Arlington House, we got the King's Arms Ale House. So it's very old as well. It's beautiful. Still standing after all this time. 1883. This was established. That's the thing I love about Manchester. We've got all these old buildings that are still in use that people still go to every day after all these years. And a lot of the times inside they're refurbished, but they still kind of hold their old style to them. Beautiful. Here we've got the Salford Corporation Model Lodging House. I bet all that glass wasn't there a long time ago. Got some weeds and trees growing out of this one as well. Here you go, right next to all these old buildings, you got the Dream House luxury apartments and suites. Wonder how much these are per month. Salford Arms Pub. And this pub, the Salford Arms, looks like it's having renovations on it. So I don't think it's open at the moment. Looks like it does need some work done on it. Louisiana style seafood boil. Crabiche. I wonder if that's authentic Louisiana food. So over here on St. Mary's Street, got another really old building that's seen better days. I wonder what this used to be. It was at the corner of St. Stephen Street and St. Mary. Look at this. Wow. Check that out up there. Stained glass windows. I think it's a church. Can't really make that out. But at the top it says Salford Cinema. So this used to be an old cinema. Or the movies, as we call it in the States. Going to the movies. I bet those were windows at one time until they bricked them over. Might be wrong. It's just my guess. Yeah, I can't quite read that up there. It's in a different language. Yeah, Salford Cinema. Wow. Beautiful. On the side of it, it says exit. I don't think anyone's gonna get out of that. Looks like you'd be cemented shut. So next to the Crabiche seafood boil, we've got French taco. But I didn't know the French did tacos. This is the Salford Arms from across the street. And here we have the Edgerton Arms. They got all their Euro stuff up. Salford prices. Just letting you know it's still cheap, even though it's in town pretty much. The old grapevine. Got an antique table outside of it. And check this out. Is that the Union Jack? Wow. So a lot of these old pubs were hotels as well. So you can have somewhere to stay after getting drunk all night. Gosh, look at the top of that. Leaning to one side. Now, being from the Midwest, it's kind of in our blood to love trains for some reason. And I'll tell you what, I love this. That's beautiful. This is a train line. But as you can see, looks like it's not changed in many years. And it still works to this day. We got old history and Amazon delivery bikes all in one go. Yeah, being from the Midwest, the popular hobby that people take up is train watching or rail fanning, as they call it. And this is the Albert Bridge. Getting closer to town now, the city center. Oh, look at that. Check out the windows on that thing. Wow. I don't think that's running anymore, whatever that was. You can see the glass. It's almost like a little pavilion where you can chill, get out of the rain. And it looks like that building over there is being completely gutted. This looks like big piece of machinery just took a bite right out of the side of it. Everything's just hanging. There's an old pair of shoes in there. Only in Manchester. And it says it's a comedy club. I wonder if it still works. Here's a closer view of that building. It looks like it's being demolished. Check that out. It looks like a big mechanical beast just took a big chunk out of it. Oh, the rebar is hanging. You got scaffolding on this side, so maybe they're redoing it and demolishing this area of it. Danger, demolition, keep out. I was right. They are demolishing an area of it. And these look pretty new. Hence the name New Bailey. Here in the River Airwell. Legend has it, a fella named Jed is a mountaineer shooting for some food one day, and up through the ground came a bubbling crude. Moving on by St. Mary's Parsonage, the Albert Bridge House. Don't think that's going anymore. And right across the road, we've got a little town square type deal. Somewhere for people to sit and enjoy the wonderful outdoors. And so these videos, they tend to be completely random. Like if I feel like researching the place and finding out the history, I might do. But for the most part, just play it by ear. Check out what I see. Just explore and take in all the old architecture and feelings of the city and feelings of the place that I'm at. Just to give you perspective from my point of view. Looks like we got another very old building. What's this one called? It's a solicitor's now, so a lawyer's office. That's what I'm saying. I love that about Manchester, how there's modern things going on in an older time era. Which I know it's like that in a lot of places, but I feel like Manchester's really, really one for it. Here we've got another green space. This is called Parsonage Gardens. Oh, this one's kept really nice. Look at that. Look how clean it looks. Right in the middle, we've got a palm tree. It's always a reminder of home for me. I lived in Florida for quite a few years, so I can pay homage to the palm tree. An official Salford alleyway. Can't quite make that out. This brings us to the Blackfriars house. I'm not sure what it is now. I believe it's some sort of apartments. But it also looks like you can get food in there. I love this. Route the liquor store. San Francisco, Las Vegas, New York. It's a pub, a bar and cafe. I think they do drinks as well though, cocktails and music. That kid looks like he's got a bottle of Jägermeister in his hand. I think he's a bit too young for that though. Over near the River Airwell again. Well, check out this old lamppost. Look at that. Wow. I mean, that thing has seen a lot of history. You can see Manchester Cathedral from here. I'll make my way over towards that area. So the Crown Hotel looks like it's a nail salon and a barber's now. Check this out. Wow, it's like this porcelain. This old pub is called the Black Lion. It's the corner of Blackfriars Street. I'm not sure what it was before it was the Black Lion. But right across the street from it, this says it's an old police station. Corner of Chapel Street and Blackfriars Street. Tell you what, that's a small police station. Got bars on the windows. preventing any prisoners from escaping. Can't quite make out what it says here next to the police station. It looks like it says George Ellis. I don't know what that is. Stationery. Office furniture and printing. Whatever it is, it's closed now. You got a real strong smell of mold coming from it. There's some urban architecture. Don't know what they're supposed to be. Like triangles or something. This is the Salford Bridge. Pearson Mare. Opened August 24th, 1864. Huh. And that's the River Airwell. Down there is where we just were a few minutes ago. And there's the Manchester Cathedral. You'll notice all around the city there's cranes that litter the skies. They're doing a lot of construction lately. A lot of this is housing, apartment complexes. I know it can be quite pricey though in the city center or anywhere near it really these days. So I've actually done a video on the Manchester Cathedral, walking through it. It is not the best quality. It was a few years ago when I first started doing YouTube. But it is on there. Do a walkthrough through it. I did use a gimbal, but it was a different camera than the one I have now. So it's not quite as crisp clear as this one. But I do have a video walking through it on my channel. If that's something you're interested in seeing, I'll put a link in the description to the Manchester Cathedral. It always amazes me how life will find a way to take hold, even if it's in the side of a building, the side of a windowsill, it doesn't matter. Look at that. That's crazy. There's a window open there as well. I bet there's loads of pigeons in there. City of Manchester, home of the sticker bombs. I've made my way over to the Manchester Arena. This is right next to the Victoria Station. This is the train station. As you can see on the top, it says Lancashire Yorkshire Railway. There's a clock all the way up at the top. And you know what? It's still working because it is 11:16 a.m. Looks like there's some sort of a disturbance here at Victoria Station. Got a little bit of a police presence. You can see the names of all the places that the trains call to. Newcastle, Hull. Be Belgium, the city, not the country. Liverpool, Southport. I've used this train station quite a few times, going to Blackpool and Southport and stuff. This is the corner of the station. And I think that's gonna do it. That'll be it for this video. Ending it over here by the Urbanist. A little green space here in town. I'm getting quite hungry, so I'll go get something to eat. So if you like the video, please drop a like. And if you want to see future videos like this, feel free to subscribe. That'll be it. Take it easy. one thing I forgot to mention is I will be going back to the States very soon. So within the next couple months or so, give or take, I'll be heading back home. More than likely be going to Florida first before going back to the Midwest. Yeah, I'll end this video right here, but the print works. So if it's something you'd be interested in, I'm going to see a little bit of America. Stay tuned. There'll be plenty more to come. Thanks for watching. This is my third eye. Take it easy.